Right, so good evening. Welcome back to our Thursday class. It's the first class in a long time that really feels like it's happening at like evening time with the cloudiness and the grayness of the sky. So today our focus, I feel like I'm squinting against like sleep vibes. Today we're going to focus on a concept I've been exploring the past couple of days, radical rest. And what is radical rest and how do we do it? So in honor of our hopefully restful practice, if you want to get a pillow or two, I also have blocks here and a blanket. The idea is to get as cozy as you can. I will lead some gentle stretches that we will use the supports to help facilitate. And then we're going to just ease into a restful, you can call it a meditation, just a restful state, embracing, saying yes and choosing rest. In a society that often tells us that rest is not good and productivity is valued over rest. And that's at the detriment to our health and to even like our spirit, just being overstressed, too little time, too many things to do. And then who are we at the end of the day, but just, very nervous, fragile shells of ourselves. Am I projecting here? I might be. But truly, in my readings so far about this just sort of radical acceptance of rest as part of our lives. It's been often referred rest, one writer put it that it was arguably the most radical thing that she could do was take 90 minutes a day and rest. Out of all the things a person can do, choosing this an hour and a half to just not do anything at all. It almost seems counter our society, counter our values, counter the adrenaline we always have to get through the day. So with that in mind, we're going to have a very restorative practice and move into just a soothing, restful end of our day. If you have the playlist, I chose a calm playlist on Spotify. So calm, in fact, that I'm going to also listen in. Whenever you're ready, come onto your mat, onto the floor. I'm wearing socks. We're not going to be up on our feet today. So let's just take a moment, find a blanket, a pillow. Let's just scoot it underneath our tailbone. Let your knees fall wherever they will. Just engaging a little bit of alertness in that torso, and we're going to place our hands. We're going to just cup our palms, fingers touching, one hand stacked on top of the other, just resting in our lap, shoulders down and back. And as we're uplifting with our energy, we're closing our eyes or gazing downward. Let's begin to deepen the breath. Control the release of breath, nice and slow. No rush, just slow it all down. Inhale deeply. Let it go. Inhale again. Release. Just find a rhythm that feels good for you. When you're ready, just gently blink open your eyes. Whew. Good. And we're going to move into a little shoulder stretch. So just to start, just to practice, we're just going to reach our arms out nice and wide. And we're going to cross one over the other, doesn't matter which one. Keeping our fingers cupped, touching each other. And then inhale, open. And then exhale, reach the other arm on top. And this is going to be the motion that we take when we're on our bellies. So we're going to remove the pillow from our seat, and we're actually going to kind of place it right underneath our rib cage, right underneath our belly. So if you want to bring it underneath you, set yourself up, and just carefully place your belly nice and easy on the pillow. You're going to inhale those arms out, and just like we practiced, crossing one arm over the other, and just gazing at the mat, letting everything be heavy. Backs of your hands can be against the floor, or you can be a little bit propped up on the edge of your hands. And just try to let your neck relax here. You may start feeling it in the upper shoulder area, that trapezius area that we're always working at. Continue to bring deep, very sensuous breath here. And then inhale, carefully lift yourself up so you can extend your arms out. And then exhale, we're gonna switch which arm is on top and settle into our breathing here. Good, one more deep breath here, just letting yourself settle. And then your exhale, lifting your body up, planting your hands, and coming into a little tabletop position. Pass through and find yourself into a child's pose. I'm a little far back. And here you can bring a block or your pillow just to rest your head on. And you have options with your arms. You can bring them behind you. You can keep them in front. Find what works for you. And you can move a little bit. You can try both of them out. Good, feel your head heavy in your support. Letting yourself, allowing yourself to sink towards the earth, elbows heavy. Neck is relaxed, jaw is loose. And then very carefully, nice and slowly, come back up to an upright position. And you're gonna remove your legs from out behind you and then just come up into a sitting, upright seated position. All right, so from here we're gonna go into a little side body opener. One pillow may suffice. You might want 2 or 3, or if you wanna put a block underneath a pillow to really emphasize that arch. Just find what works for you. Don't be afraid to, try something and then try something else. You're gonna set up your pillow next to your right hip. You're going to send your legs to the left side and just luxuriously fold over so that right side body is making a little rainbow curve over your pillow. Your knees are just stacked, not doing anything in particular. We're going to inhale our heart a little bit more open to the sky and then close our eyes. Depending on the height of your head, you might want to put another pillow underneath your right ear or just use your arm as a support. Excellent. On your next inhale, you're going to reach your left arm up, 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 and then exhale for your palms to meet or for your arm to just come down towards the earth. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale to send it back to your hip. 2 more like that. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, send it back, getting a stretch in that left side as well. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, palms come close to each other. Final stretch here, inhale up. Exhale, palm comes to your hip. One more breath just to settle. And just leaning forward a little bit so you can plant your palms on the ground. You can open your eyes. Just press yourself up. My volume's a little loud, so I don't know how loud I'm talking. Just turn this down a little bit. There we go. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So just carefully swing those legs over. Set yourself up on the other side. So legs are just draped out to the right side, not doing anything in particular. And add as many pillows as you like. The higher the support, the more of a little arch you're creating. You're just gonna inhale to get tall, and then exhale to just carefully drape the left side body over your lovely little rainbow. And just play around here if you want to add more supports. I recommend having a blanket or a pillow over the block just so you're not dealing with those sharp edges, but like the angles. Legs are just stacked heavy, one on top of the other. We just inhale our heart a little more open to the sky. And maybe we close our eyes and just drop into the breath. Again, you can put another pillow under your left ear, or just let your head rest on your arm. We're going to repeat our stretch with our right arm. So inhale that arm up to the sky, get some length, and then with that length, reaching it down and back. Maybe you meet the palm of your left hand. And then inhale back up. Exhale, send it down. Inhale, left up. Exhale, send it down to the right hand up. Exhale, send it down to the left hand. And then inhale to reverse. Exhale to send it down. One more in your own breath. Moving slowly. Excellent. Maybe your eyes flicker open. Just gently lean forward until you can support yourself with your hands. Press yourself slowly up, letting all the blood rush back down. Good, just doing a nice little supported side body stretch. Here we're going to go into half straddle position. So if you want to send your supports aside, you're going to extend your right leg out to the front right corner. It can be closer to the front. It can be open as much as you like. And your left foot, the left side leg is just resting on the ground, and you're flexing as you pull it in. And there's not too much effort, just a place where you're comfortable. And in this practice, we're not focusing so much on the sensations. We talk a lot about feeling the sensations. What do you feel? What do you notice? And rather, we're trying to work towards not feeling anything at all, setting yourself up so that you're not noticing the pain, or you're not cold. If you're cold, use a blanket, so that actually you can just exist without being absorbed by the sensations. So set yourself up comfortably. Here, we're going to take our pillow and set it alongside the inside edge of our right leg. You can add a block, you can add another pillow, just something high enough that when you reach your right arm up, you can rest your elbow right in the middle. Oh, my earphone. I'm going to take out my earphone because I don't think I can do this. And you're just kind of resting. This might be something where you want to stack it up pretty high. So just take your time and reach your right elbow down. Your left hand, you can reach it out to the left side. You can keep it resting on your leg. Just take a moment to really feel into this stretch on the left side. Just find a place that you can reach comfortably. Inhale the left arm up. An option to bend at the elbow. Bring it behind your ear. Inhale up. Exhale, send it down. Two more. Otherwise, you can just hold. Inhale up. Exhale towards your ear. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And then carefully pressing yourself up, noticing a little bit in your body what has changed. And then we're simply going to bring our hands behind us and pivot so that we are now facing our foot. Whereas before we were facing out, we have now turned so that our hips are squarely facing that foot. And we're gonna load up on our supports again, placing them on top of your thigh. Inhale to get tall, and then exhale to round over. Just find a little space where you can comfortably breathe, and you can just let your feet go. Just let it all go. And we're gonna hold this for a couple more moments than we may be used to in this class. So just sink, make the adjustments you need, and breathe. Just, as another option, if this is, you have a lot of pillows up here and you're still not comfortable, you can always slide a pillow underneath that extended leg to give it a little lift. So you can literally kind of sandwich everything in without having to strain. So if you'd like to try that now, feel free. Let yourself feel weighted and really feel into gravity's pull. And let yourself be pulled towards the earth. Maybe your eyes close in a gesture of sending everything downward, inward and downward. Take one more deep breath here, the deepest you've taken all practice. Just give it your all. And release. And then carefully, using the palms of your hands, roll up to a tall spine. Let yourself settle here for a moment. One hand comes to belly, one hand comes to heart. Let your eyes close and just be. Lovely. You can blink open your eyes as we come onto the other side. So removing your props, and just using your hands to help lift those legs. Really, we're working towards a sense of ease, treating ourselves with ease and gentleness. Not now, when, right? So we're gonna extend our left leg this time. Bring our right leg in to just rest on the floor. And you're gonna stack up some pillows. It's sometimes nice to have something flat to rest your elbow on, like a book if you don't have a block. I mean, you can sink into this, just it's a little more stable if you'd like to place a block. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. And then exhale to plant the left elbow on the block or the pillow stack. And if this is too much, you can simply just reach towards your knee or your shin. You can't see what I'm pointing to. But otherwise, just rest here. Find a place where you can comfortably rest your head. I'm gonna inhale that right arm up. This is just an option. A little opening here. Exhale to send that hand towards the back of your right ear. Inhale up. And then exhale, let it glide down. And then let it flow. Really like you're moving through water. One more. Excellent job. And carefully, using your hands to send your spine back up. Any little shimmy you need to take to get more aligned, go for it. And then what we're going to do is set our props aside momentarily. We're going to use our fingers to prop our hips up and then square them to face our knee. So now, front is where our left foot is. And stacking up under your knee, over your thigh. Something that's going to give you a sense of ease as we move forward. Not necessarily that stretching sensation, but a place where you can give in. You're not even close to that edge. You're not even afraid of the edge. You are just so comfortable that you can hang out all day. Inhale tall, and exhale to melt, letting this foot do whatever. Eyes maybe closed. And if you're listening to music, just give yourself over to it. If you're listening to no music, give yourselves over to the sounds in your apartment or your home or what you hear outside. Give yourself over to this external world for just a couple moments. Can you sink even more in? Can you give in to the supports you created for yourself? Now can you lean on them, lean into them? One more collective breath in this together. And exhale, using your palms to help unwind your spine nice and easy. One hand on heart, one hand on belly. Just breathe for a moment, upright spine. Begin to blink your eyes open. And we're moving into some of our final poses. Oh my goodness, we have no time for our radical rest meditation. That's all right. So here's where we're gonna get cozy. So set yourself up, pillow under your head, maybe 2 other pillows or 2 blocks. As we lay down, we're gonna bring the soles of our feet together and let your knees rest on pillows or supports. Take your time to get there. We're just gonna get super cozy for a moment. So if you want the weight of a blanket over your body, under your head, over your ankles, go for it. Begin to deepen your breath and feel contact with the floor, with the earth, surrendering to it, and also trusting that it's there, it's going to support you. And then, when you are ready, finding a Shavasana pose of your choosing. I'm going to guide into a nice little twist. So for that, I remove my blocks. I might just keep this one under my leg. I'm going to bring a pillow in between my legs and just roll over onto one side and just get snuggly on the blankets. Find your own variation of your final Shavasana pose. Something where you feel, you channel the word cozy, comfy, hygge, something that doesn't ask you to be or do or receive or just do you. And as you're finding final resting pose, I'm going to come to an upright position. Just talk us through a little radical rest inspired meditation talk. So begin to deepen your breath. And again, not focused on the sensations of the breath of the body. We're focused on nothing, on the openness, the space that you created. In choosing rest, in saying yes to this moment, you're not doing rest, you are receiving it. Meditation teacher Mel Skinner refers to the quiet loyalty of the breath. Quiet loyalty of the breath. You You don't have to do breath, but you can trust it. Good. And bring any awareness to your face, particularly to the tip of your tongue. And let that awareness, maybe you're thinking of a little ball of energy or a warm light that's spreading across your body as we scan through. Bring that energy, that light, to the rest of your tongue and now to the inner right cheek and to the inner left cheek. Let it spread to the roof of your mouth and the soft space under your tongue. And now the entirety of the mouth, the teeth and the lips, all encompassed in this warm, relaxing, calm light. Let it spread upwards to the space in between your eyebrows, and as if two loving fingers were pressed over your eyebrows, let them gently open outward. Let the tension leave the space between them. And as if those two loving hands were gently cupping the outside of your cheeks, that soft skin. Let your jaw just open into them, loose, relaxed, and heavy. And let that energy continue upwards to your scalp, the crown of your head. Can you release the crown of your head? Can you let your scalp even relax? As we say yes to this moment, yes to choosing to be as we are, this warm glow, this energizing radiance travels down your neck and meets in your shoulders, two little energized lights on either shoulder in your trapezius area, and the energy in your right starts traveling down your arm and settles in the crease of your elbow, and then moves around the outside bone of your elbow, and makes its way down your forearm and into your wrist. And like a sunburst or a starburst, the energy bursts out from your palm into every finger and out beyond. And then the energy in your left shoulder comes down your arm and settles in your elbow, warming it and lubricating it, keeping it soft. And then moves down your forearm into your wrist, into your palm, like a burst of light and energy is sent out through every finger and beyond, like a star. And then a new space of glowing light and radiance is in your chest. It starts lighting up and glowing in your heart space, around the center of your body, and it moves down towards your belly and settles in your pelvis, in your abdomen, moving around you and through you. And as we let this energy move and settle and live in the center of our bodies, in our core, in our torso, we bring to mind the entirety of our bodies. Notice if your body feels heavy, And notice if it also feels light. Like the breath, that loyal breath, the thoughts that enter the mind, we allow them to come and we allow them to go. We allow thoughts to come without bracing against them. We allow them to go without force. Just as we allow emotions to come into our heart and to go. As with each breath, it comes in, we allow it to go. Imagine what it would be like for you if you were allowed to have more rest in your life. What would that look like? What would that smell like, taste like, sound like, feel like? Can you remember a time where you felt more rested? If not, can you imagine a time? Imagine yourself as more rested. And what's changed? Enjoy the happiness and joy and gratitude of being whole and loved and complete and held. Take a deep breath and release. And in closing, I have one quote for you. This is a quote by Pema Chodron, and it's simply, "You are the sky and everything else is just weather." Take a final breath in this space. And as you release, just bring your awareness back to the room you are in, back to the sounds around you and the smells. Take a moment to really bring yourself back. And don't open your eyes until you feel ready, until you feel satisfied. Maybe you are feeling a sense of warmth, maybe frustration or discomfort, and maybe a sense of relaxation. So I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for joining for our gentle class tonight. Namaste to those of you who received Namaste. And I hope that we all find time for a little bit more radical rest in our lives. And I hope to see you all very soon. Take care.